hope you're having a great day. It's Friday, so that's good. So today we're going to talk about my Friday reads. And for those of you who haven't been here before, I'm Linda, and this is Lilybug's Library. So let's take a look at what I read this week. No book of the week, so no 5-star reads, but some really good books nevertheless. So the first one I read was Icing on the Murder. And this one was an ARC from NetGalley, so thank you to them and the author and publisher. And this one is the fourth, I'm afraid I can't remember the name of the series, but it's the fourth about the Baby Cakes Bakery. So Aunt Octavia had left this bakery to Maddie when she passed away, and she also left Maddie her baby, her great mastiff dog named Baby. And so Maddie has been trying to run the bakery. She's been, settling into the town. She has a successful business now. She's solved a few murders. And she has met the love of her life. So she's in love with the veterinarian, which is good if you have a giant dog. So his name is Michael Portman, and they're getting ready to get married. So in Maddie's kind of former life, she was very much into social media and still is with the bakery. She's always hashtagging things and putting pictures on socials. And there's a giant bridal expo that she wants to go to because the person that is going to be there is supposed to be this incredible designer. And she can't convince Michael to have a live streamed wedding, but she's trying. So she goes to see this, goes to this bridal expo, and then this woman is absolutely crazy, this Serafina, who's the wedding planner and does all these things. But in the midst of all this, while many, many people are angry with her, she ends up being impaled by the skewers from baby cakes that they use on their tiered cakes. So they want to pin the murder on Maddie, and then they start to discover other things. So it is a very good book. I would give it 4 out of 5. And it's so fun to be back with Maddie and with Baby and all the crew at the bakery. And really enjoyed it, and I love the first one. I loved all of them, really, but the first one has always been my favorite, and now this one, I would say, is pretty close to taking over that spot. It certainly was excellent. So that was the first one I read. The second one I read was actually also an ARC from NetGalley, so again, thank you to NetGalley, the author and publisher. And this one was the Marigold Cottages Murder Collective. So this one is about Mrs. B, and she's the landlady of the Marigold Cottages. And she takes in strays, kind of people that maybe no one else is that concerned about. And, she doesn't judge. She just takes them all in. So she ends up taking in Anthony, who has a criminal past. And then someone gets murdered, and of course, they try to blame it on Anthony. And so this is the whole apartment complex kind of coming together to try and figure out who actually did kill this person, and was Anthony involved. So it was good. It does have a lot of humor in it. It has some really eccentric, kind of quirky characters. Mrs. B is definitely eccentric, and she really kind of butts her nose into everybody's business, which is fun in a book. Wouldn't be so fun if she was actually my landlady. But so really enjoyed it, but I found it a little hard to connect with the characters. So I would give that one 3.5, rounded up to 4. The next one I read was A Fatal Grace by Louise Penny, and this was what am I on now? Second? Third? I think this is the second in the Inspector Gamache mysteries. And this one, there was this woman named Cece, and she's she was pretty awful. You know, she was mean to her daughter and her husband and pretty much everyone. And she and her husband and daughter decide to settle in Three Pines, and she ends up getting killed. And so Inspector Gamache has to come in and again try to figure out, you know, who killed this person and why, and were any of the people in the in Three Pines involved. And again, enjoyed this one a lot. It was Inspector Gamache and Red Marie have still not moved to Three Pines in this one, so you know, still kind of waiting to see how that evolves. But it did enjoy the characters in this one. Was, you know, I don't like to say happy, but Cece kind of she was not a nice character, so in some ways you don't really mourn that fact. But did enjoy it, and I would say I would give that one a 4 out of 5 as well. Didn't enjoy it as well as some, but you know, it was good. And that was it for today. Now I'm almost finished another arc, which I probably will finish before the end of the day. So I'm enjoying that. Just started a time travel one on Hoopla, so I'm listening to that. So trying to fit in as many as I can around work and life. So that was my reading for this week. So good, but like I said, no 5 stars this week, but that's okay. And hoping to come to you the first part of next week with a book haul. I've kind of been collecting them from here and there. So we'll talk about that next week. All right, hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.